Hello and welcome to LinkedIn Marketing Minis with Karen Yankovich. I'm Karen Yankovich and I am here with you every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern from my office or from wherever I am at 10 a.m. Eastern to kind of go over some simple strategies to help you elevate your business, create more impact, create more influence, and build that income using some simple LinkedIn and PR marketing strategies. So every day we've got a simple little strategy. I've got a simple little strategy to share with you, and I am, happy to having fun doing this with you all. And no plans to stop at any time soon. So come join us if you want to binge the entire series. You can go to marketingminis.com. We are live today on my Facebook business page, my Facebook group, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you're wherever you're watching those, if you're free and you want to join me, that'd be great. If you're joining me live, if you're watching on this replay, that's cool too. Let me know if you have any questions or anything you want me to answer on the other side of this. So, I mentioned to you that you can catch this whole series at linkedinmarketingminis.com, but know that I also have a full-on masterclass that you can check out at karenyankovich.com/masterclass, and it'll give you kind of like a fuller overview of all that stuff. So you can always check that out. What are we talking about today? Today, I am talking about LinkedIn recommendations and why I think they are so powerful. So powerful. I think they're really one of the most important marketing pieces that I have in my business, and certainly maybe you should have in your business. And the reason for that is this, we all know the power of testimonials on our website and the power of referrals and recommendations. And, when you're getting a job or you're looking to get hired or you're looking to get somebody to sign a contract with you, often they say, can you give me some references, right? So of course we do, but we also have pre-checked all those people, right? And everybody knows that. I know that. We still ask for them because we still want them, but we also know that you handpicked them. What is really powerful and really confident and really portrays you as that influencer that's making that impact in the world is when you respond to that question with, absolutely. Why don't you start on my LinkedIn profile? There's over 100 recommendations there. You're welcome to reach out to any of those people. Right? That's confidence. You're not handpicking them. You're not calling your brother and going, hey, listen, Mary's going to call you and ask about my service. You just tell them I'm great, right? Not doing any of that. You're saying, go on over to LinkedIn, because here's what happens. I could still have my brother write testimonials, right? But when you see my LinkedIn recommendations, you can actually click on it and click through it and get straight to the profile of the person that wrote the recommendation. So by doing that, what you're doing is you're creating this social proof on absolute steroids, because you're creating a place where people can go and check you out, but also can check into people. And I have had people call me and say, hey, Mary called me. She's interested in your program. Just letting you know I talked to her today, right? So people do this. So what we need to do is be an accumulator of LinkedIn recommendations, right? So how do you do that? Well, there's a couple ways that you can do that. One way is to just straight up ask them. LinkedIn has a built-in interface where you can say, hey, can you write me a recommendation? I'm not a huge fan of that. I sometimes use that if I need to kind of nudge somebody a little bit that already said they were going to write me a recommendation, right? For example, let's say I work with somebody in whatever capacity, and it could even be as peers or colleagues, right? Maybe one of my colleagues and I are both working on the same client, right? And, they say, hey, Karen, they say to me, this was so fun. You were so great to work with. It made it so much easier to have you on the team, whatever that is, whatever they say at the end of those engagements, right? Your next statement should be, I had a blast too. I mean, it was great. I loved working with you as well. In fact, I would love it if you would take those same words and pop it in a LinkedIn recommendation for me, and I can do the same for you, right? So if you do that, if you're doing that consistently, you're building your network, your recommendations on LinkedIn full of these juicy recommendations, and you can and that's where I might use that built-in tool to nudge them and say, you know what, Mary, remember that recommendation we talked about? Can you get that today? So it's really powerful. It's really powerful to do these kinds of things. So that's one thing. Obviously, you want to build it into your process, right? You want to build it into your process with your work, asking for recommendations at the end of the work you do together. If people are saying nice things to you, saying after that, how would you feel about writing me a LinkedIn recommendation about that? Is a really, again, most people are going to be like, oh, I wish I thought of that. I'm happy to do that, right? So you want to build it in and just make it really natural. Here's an example. If you guys are getting a lot of value out of this marketing mini series, I would love for you to write me a LinkedIn recommendation. Here's where you can practice, right? You can practice writing LinkedIn recommendations if you want. Coming on over to my LinkedIn profile and writing a recommendation. If you've ever seen me speak, I'd love your recommendations, right? I'm not it's not like, and it's so funny because I don't, some people come to me like, well, it just feels like needy, and it's not needy. It's marketing, right? It's marketing. If you feel like something I did for you brought you value and you write me a recommend, and I ask you to write me a recommendation for that, you're typically happy to do that. And it's marketing. It is how you build a really powerful, strong marketing strategy for your business. Because here's the other thing, when it comes time for you to write your sales pages for your programs, or to give somebody 5 people to reach out to about your program, you can go on over to LinkedIn and you can do screenshots of them. I would still ask people before you start publishing their recommendations. I mean, it's public, right? It's on your LinkedIn profile. So technically, I feel like you kind of do have permission to use it. I would still ask because it's just the right thing to do. But you can take screenshots of it. You can like go through it. You can use this to boost your marketing, and you're not like scrambling. Like I can say to my team and the people that create pages for me, just go on over to LinkedIn and, or I can go over to LinkedIn and say, pull these 6, or they can say to me, here's 10, pick 5 here's 10 that we think will be good for this page, pick 5. Because I kind of know the people. So I know like who I know better, who I would probably want to stack the deck with, right? Because again, this is marketing, right? This is marketing. This is powerful. This is how you create $1,000,000 businesses. This is why I say things, it's funny, if you've ever connected with me on Facebook, on a lot of times people are in Facebook groups and they're like, hey, let's everybody connect on LinkedIn. And of course I always want to do that. So, but then I'll use a hashtag, LinkedIn makes women wealthy. This is one of the ways LinkedIn makes women wealthy, because we are creating social proof that allow us to sign contracts for the biggest opportunities that we have in front of us, right? But we've got to do this prep work. It doesn't take a lot of time. It's just about infusing it into your life, right? And into your business. It gives you an edge in your networking. It gives you an edge when you're up for a job with other people. It gives you an edge with opportunities, like for if you're a coach or a consultant and you're looking to get a client, it gives you an edge, right? It helps you with your LinkedIn search. I can go on and on and on and on. I can gush for a really long time about how powerful I think LinkedIn recommendations are, but you should be doing this. Today's a good day to start. All right. And again, if you need practice, I volunteer. You can write me one, right? Happy to volunteer to be your guinea pig. Okay. So I hope that inspired you to do that. Again, these are just mini little tips every day, that something you can take action on. Hopefully this is bringing you value. I'm getting a lot of good feedback on these, so I'd love for you to let me know what you think about them. And again, if you want the full-blown training, go to KarenYankovich.com/masterclass. We've got the training there. I'd love to see, it's on demand. You can watch it right away. So there's no, fake, this webinar starting in 5 minutes nonsense. You don't have to wait till Friday when I do it live again. It's on demand. You can watch it today. All right. I will be back here tomorrow. Let's see what we're talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow's a good one. Tomorrow I am going to be here talking about the importance of consistent LinkedIn habits and what those habits should be. All right. I'll see you soon. I'll see you then.